6 days ago, while all hell was breaking loose with EA, Hi-Rez Studio decided to test out a fantastic idea on Paladins. And that was basically a loot box system that was identical to the card system in Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Fuck you! I'll tell you!
Some can say that it is a free-to-play game, so you would expect free-to-play mechanics in it. The new system is called Cards Unbound, and unlocks all cards in the game, basic and legendary for all players. But those cards now have levels from 1 to 5, which can be advanced by collecting duplicates. And you'll definitely want to upgrade them because the power differences between a level 1 and a level 5 card are significant. Eevee's Cold Acclamation card, for instance, reduces self-damage from the weapon backslash by 20% at level 1. It goes all the way up to 100% at level 5. So it's kind of like the Boba Fett card in Star Wars. At level 1, his damage was reduced by what, 20% or something? But then when he got to level 4, it was 100%. So if he was enough guy flying around shooting you, and you were shooting him, suck a dick you faggot, he's invulnerable. But I say that this is less douchey than that. The duplicates required to level up cards will only be available from opening chests, loot boxes, etc. The number of cards required to level up a common card from 1 to 5 is 42. The open beta patch notes had it around 43, but it's since been adjusted by 1 card. They're listening. Now, when I was looking at this story, I noticed the insane backlash from the community, even on Twitter. And it kind of speaks volumes for the situation. They refuse to fix bugs, performance issues, and make quality of life upgrades, and then they shovel crap like this down everyone's throats. They fix 5 or 6 bugs per patch and 20 new bugs appear. Disgusting. Someone else wrote, "What baffles me the most is that someone at Hi-Rez Studio looked at Battlefront 2's progression system and thought, yep, that looks good, this is what we want, this is what players like." Hi-Rez is a company that refuses to balance their most recognizable game, Smite, but releases skins so the community of casuals can look good when the game inevitably shuts down. So they're behind Smite. I'm not really a fan of Smite, but I know somebody who really likes it. BattleKid18 posted this on Reddit. Before I get downvoted into oblivion by people that haven't read anything I'm going to say, and only have eyes for the all cards will be unlocked, just hear me out first. While the Essence system was bad, this system is probably 10 times worse. Before the change, you were able to purchase the cards you wanted directly, and you were able to make meaningful loadouts with them that were optimized to your playstyle thanks to the 12-point system. After this change, all of this went out the window, and all of these cards are now locked behind RNG chests. That's right. Want upgrades for your cards you like? Good luck buying chests. But we get all the cards for free. The level 1 versions, yeah, which are about as impactful as throwing rocks into the ocean in an attempt to dry it out. Looking at you, Jing Wei. If you wanted an impactful card before the change, all you had to do was either buy it or get it from a chest. If you want an impactful card now, you have no choice but to buy tons of chests and hope you get the same specific card 20 times over. Same with legendaries. They were impactful and decided your playstyle and loadout, but now they do basically nothing unless you get a certain legendary card 10 times. And we all know how rare they are. Don't expect to ever get a certain legendary card 10 fucking times, especially after they add more of every champion. Also, with the removal of the 12-point system, players that have lots of level 5 cards will have a massive advantage over players with level 1 cards, since they no longer have to lower the level of certain cards in order to increase the level of others, and are now free to have all the strongest cards at the same time, while other players will have worse loadouts than with the 12-point system. 5-point loadouts versus 25-point loadouts simply isn't fair. But in ranked, everything is fair. Some people don't enjoy ranked. This and the fact that casuals play way more than rank, period. This change removes customizations, locks progressions behind RNG, and makes the grind way worse for new and old players alike. Even if you have all the cards unlocked, this new system is terrible, and I'm surprised that there are so many people blindly supporting it. So when you have glaring omissions like this coming from within the community, it doesn't look good for Paladins at all, whatsoever. A game that probably doesn't have many people beating down the doors to play it. I mean, it's free to play and people still kinda don't give a shit. This is only a move that alienates the people that support you and alienates anyone who was considering playing your game. Uncle Carnage pointed out quick play is where players go to learn new champions or pick up basics of the game if they're just starting out, so that they can be competitive and ranked. Without level 5 cards to keep them from being demolished on regular basis, Players will end up forced to grind with their main in order to earn enough duplicates to make a new champion viable. While Hi-Rez put out that Cards Unbound is currently in testing and it's in our public test servers with no microtransactions allowed, so that we can work with the community to refine it before it goes live, the studio said. Also, we continue to develop the system. We do so with 3 key goals in mind: creating the ultimate competitive mode that's 100% fair and free. No matter how much time or money is spent, everyone will be on equal footing. Enhancing our casual mode to be less restrictive and more over the top to serve our many players who have asked for a fun first experience. Ensuring that the free-to-play experience is excellent. We recognize that 90% of our players will never spend money on microtransactions, and those players are the lifeblood of our multiplayer game. Judging by what I'm seeing from the people who are actually vocalizing their distaste for it, it seems as if the system has been put in place to make more money. If everything BattleKit 18 said is true, this is a move to make money. Removing the simplicity of players being able to buy what they want to a system of RNG basically means they'd have to spend more money in the pursuit of the cards that they so desire to customize or finish their loadout. This is purposefully done by video game companies to make money. When it's an RNG system, it's been proven statistically that people are more willing to spend money in the hopes of getting what the fuck they want, rather than a one-time buy of what you like. It's a double-edged sword, really, when you think about it. On one hand, yes, it's a free-to-play game, so you expect this sort of bullshit. On the other hand, seeing this sort of bullshit, considering they already had something in line before, and now they bring this about, is a clear sign of looking for more money. And if you're trying to milk the cows you already have, you might just milk them dry. Also, the numerous complaints about bug fixes between this and Smite makes it seem like Hi-Rez Studios isn't exactly killing it right now. And I guess the excuse you could always give is, hey, it's free to play stuff, what do you expect? And that's true, but don't expect people to support you or stick around when you pull shenanigans like these. I knew Hi-Rez was crazy sometimes, but I honestly didn't expect them to merge together a terrible progression system of Star Wars Battlefront 2 and Crash Royale into this abomination called Cards Unbound, and expect us to be okay with it because, hey, you can't buy them with real money yet. All the cards that are free are trash level 1. They think and hope that the community will just see and hear free cards and just go along with it. Oh well, I should probably get off of this right here. Simply because for some reason my throat is drying out, so I better do something about that. You don't have to rate and comment, subscribe this, because frankly, it's becoming quite depressing as the gaming industry just further and further. Before, the gaming industry was shooting itself in the foot. Now it's blowing its own foot off with a stick of dynamite. And on that note, I'm out of here for the time being, as I will try to catch up with all the videos I'm behind on.